Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Hero Psych Defender of the Fatherland. Somehow back here on Pachino again, which, personally, I can't complain about too much. I still think it is one of the better maps. But anyways, we're off here with Grenadier versus another ST. It is not Steven, though it is Stana. Fun, freedom, democracy, and liberty. He stands up against the German army as those cowardly Germans launch a night assault again. Here with Grenadier and the 44th Reichsgrenadier Division Hoch- und Deutschmeister. Here clashing with the lead vanguard of the US 3rd Armored Division, who just camped for the night. So we got a Jeep Engineer start here at Stana. Jeep Engineers, of course, very much part and parcel of the USF early game now, with a double Pioneer Grenadier set up for Grenadier. We'll, of course, have to see where this goes. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. And a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking my videos. Helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms. We got Jeeps here as the Pioneers, bit of skirmishing here as Stana here is trying to, both the thing just try to ascertain where Grenadier is, but also slow him down. Plus, of course, with the change to this map, these two cutoff points have become a lot more important. So obviously there's a lot more action around them, a lot more focus compared to previously, where again it was very much around here, which of course involved buildings, which typically tend to make it very stale, pretty quickly. So US forces here counter-attacking the Germans during the middle of the night. The Germans were fond of night attacks as part of the doctrine. US doctrine, on the other hand, didn't really think much about night attacks. Little fun fact there. It was also one of the reasons why German troops rather liked the Western Front to an extent compared to the Eastern Front, because at least the night was safe. On the Eastern Front, not even the night was safe. Russians might attack you during the night and do nasty things to you. So, bit of movement here. Also note the way Stana here not just captured the point, but laid on a bit about why here to make it harder for the opponent to then grab the point and defend it. Smart there. Good multitasking there out of Stana. Send to the raft squad, grab the munitions point. Want those munitions? We got an MG42 for Grenadier, bringing in that machine and Gewehr 42, which to hose those Amerikaner with some good old-fashioned German lead. We'll of course have to see, will Grenadier go for heavy tier 1 here? Will it be a fast Grenadier company push? Grenadier is definitely becoming a much bigger part of the Wehrmacht metagame after the buffs, so again, it is very plausible here that might be what Grenadier is going to push with here against Stana. Germany for pushing up here across the road. Got, of course, gone straight for the cutoff point. But looks like here Grenadier just wants to put pressure onto Stana, immediately just split him out here. Which does mean Stana has more time to bring up forces to defend the cutoff point here. Of course, he does get a bit of manpower fighting in here, but it does mean, again, that Stana just isn't going to face his economy that badly hurt. In fact, we see Stana is actually going to try and go for the cutoff point, but here, Grenadier bringing his MD42 will help deal with it. And there you go, machine crew, they're spotting it, but Grenadier too slow to react, and allows Rascal to get the drop here, and we do get a third Grenadier squad. So Grenadier is going for heavy tier 1, but without the officers' quarters, which I suppose is a bit of a mix there. Most players would have gone for the officers' quarters before this third Grenadier squad. As a quick note in terms of, say, typical meta builds. So, bit worth there pointing out and keeping in mind. And normally, if you're going to go for this heavy, I would strongly recommend the officers' quarters. But, again, you don't necessarily have to, but I think it's going to be a bit less effective than just, pushing straight for the Grenadier company and going for Grenadiers. It also begs the question what Grenadier's overall plan is here. We're not seeing breakthrough, which is typically one of the more common choices with this. Could, of course, still be mechanized. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, though, Stana here is camping on the cutoff point, of course, looking to, strangle the German supply lines. We also see here this has another knock-on effect. He's forcing a lot of forces now to deal with this. And meanwhile, as all of this is going on, Stana's just grabbing the rest of the map. I mean, it's all look here. He's just got most of the rest of the map here, and he's just forcing his opponent to deal just with this cutoff point. This is a pretty significant, operational advantage that Stana's managed again here over Grenadier. Of course, this is also one of those, typically, I think, less focused on, advantage the USF has in the early game. They've got immense capture power, particularly if they go for something like armor with the Jeeps, or just power fights, basically almost anything. They can actually, if they're smart, grab the opponent's engagements, while then the scouts just grab the rest of the map. And we see here that with Stana, he's just captured most of the map here against Grenadier, and that's typically where the Wehrmacht, has to be, very careful, they don't just completely lose the map while they're just finding in some less than advantageous positions. You do get the officers' quarters out, again, very much expected. Again, you typically see this faster though, because again, that way you get like at least a bit of an early boost with it to your pioneers, your grenadiers, and your first machine gun, and then of course flying units get up. But you typically want it a bit faster there, so again, like, you know, the grenadiers punch a bit harder, and your pioneers capture a bit faster. Like, there's a lot of, like, you know, timing logic into that. And here, Charge Grenadier's timings end up being a little less than ideal. He's also going for a 4th Grenadier squad, meaning he's going for a really heavy tier 1 here. Also got here Stana with a 30 cal. That is interesting, actually. You might be wondering, wait, where did he get that 30 cal from? That's actually his Jeep. He has not gone for the capture ability in the Jeep, which is what most people typically go for. He's actually selected the ability for the Jeep to lay down support weapons like 30 cals and mortars, which is a very interesting choice you really don't see explored very often. But it does mean, of course, Stana can just quickly drop down machine guns without having to build a weapon support center, having to build an entire machine gun crew. So there's definitely a bit of advantage. They just mean he can like hit back at actually like a heavy tier 1 build here, or say a sudden burst of Panzer Grenadiers. And I suspect that might be why Stana has gone for that. So that is a very interesting strategic choice there for Stana, and I don't think bad at all. So we'll of course have to see how many 30 cals it goes for, but another one wouldn't hurt him either, I think. So in the south, the German forces push back. Still, Toxic Grenadier with a lot of infantry now versus Stana with a fair bit of infantry. So both sides here heating up things here. In the church in particular, things are getting very hot there in the church of St. Al of Pachino. And Toxic Grenadier to such a retreat. We could see a YP from the flamethrower team on the Grenadiers and the captain. And down it goes. Big blow there to Toxic Grenadier here. Lost a full Grenadier squad to the Americans. Mechanized here. Could be the Arcdot, could be the Stu D, we'll have to see. And finally for the cutoff point, Route Squad Scouts counter-attacking. But Toxic Grenadiers, he's managed to gain back some map control again. This Pioneers capture bonus plus just more infantry does help a bit. Stana, though, of course, has the motor pull up, can soon hit him with an armored car, and that could make things a lot more uncomfortable for Toxic Grenadier. He definitely needs to be a bit more careful now. Also, I think he needs to consider taking up soon, and there you go. Panzer Grenadier Company on the way. Ultimately, not much of a surprise here. Mines are being laid down there by Stana. It's also a smart move there. Machine gun withdrawing. Again, cut off one exposed. Going to push straight for it. Honestly, at this point, it might have been worth it to just wire off this spot here, and even this spot, so it becomes much harder for Stana to, like, camp on it. I don't think we've seen that a lot of players doing that, but, you know, as a good future piece of advice both to myself and others watching this, probably should wire this and this in the future. It's going to make it a bit harder for the opponent to defend this point easily. Anyways, armored car on the way to the Emic Greyhound here. Panzer Grenadier Company almost done. But again, Stana this successfully severing the Toxic Grenadier's fuel economy once more. We'll have to see what he goes for next, though. Will it be Panzer Grenadiers? Will it be a pack? I mean, he's going to have to go something with the ground, and obviously that's going to be the pack here. He could also try and go for the Stug, I suppose. I don't think he will, but he could. And we got the M31 recovery vehicle there. Scouts flanking around, catching the Grenadiers, a bit of a tough spot. Machine gun there. Met and hailstorm of fire there. Not the best over there by Stana. Got the Grand arriving here. Blasting those goddamn Germans. And we got the Pack 40 for Toxic Grenadier in response to the armored car. Very much all, you know, expected stuff. Question, of course, is what will Toxic Grenadier do next here? Got cut-off points that are being hit. Victory points wise, it's pretty close here, actually. But Stana, I think, has an overall resource lead here with Toxic Grenadier, again, just due to better map control throughout the match so far. And of course, losing that Grenadier squad here in the church really did not do Toxic Grenadier any favors in terms of map control.
Victory point is under enemy control. Anti-tank gun and crew.
There we go, Pack 4 ready, the Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40, and we got here the medical station on the way there. On paper, German, you know, most divisions were supposed to have like a tank destroyer complement made up of a lot of anti-tank guns. But I'm saying for the infantry divisions, that was not always available. They were typically still ones, you know, shall we say, last in line for equipment, particularly the low-graded ones. And so they would have to make do with either, you know, the Pack 36R, which was a Soviet converted into tank gun, or Pack 38s, even like Pack 36s, or other such measures. So while the Pack 40 of course was the ideal, the German army just couldn't ensure it, so in many cases they had to be doing with a lot of other stuff. 30 cal from the machine gun there, catching the bad spot. Making great use of the building here, of course. Most people seem to perhaps not realize this building actually has pretty good coverage for this area here. You cannot even actually see the cover there, so very tactically savvy move there. Of course, only 2 windows here, but you know, again, a unit like the Captain with this light machine gun could do pretty good work there. Similarly, say Starstorm, or any other with like a pretty good light machine gun, they can do good work out of that particular house. South side here, though, Jeep moving in, getting a bit too close, and we get the Stu D here out of Toxic Grenadier, calling in some armored reserves here with the Starstorm. Hardened veterans who came out mostly intact out of Stalingrad. Until he called in the MG42. Going hit with the Sturmgeschütz 3 as from D. Last ball, they're taking a blast. That, of course, does mean a bit more firepower here for Toxic Grenadier and the 44th Reichsgrenadier Division Hoch- und Deutschmeister, which was an elite division that had been rebuilt after, well, being lost and was surrounded in Stalingrad and destroyed, built around a core of veterans that had, you know, been evacuated out of Stalingrad in time. Fun fact.
We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
Ready when you are.
Graham pushing through the center. Mines down here from Stana. Again, looking to slow down any German movements. Very good. And we got another 30 cal. So again, making use of that Jeep ability there to prime himself with more heavy machine guns. Thumbs up to Stana. Pretty rare to see a play actually so concerted to make a effort to use it. 30 cal at the spot by the Sturmgeschütz. Nasty hit there.
The enemy has claimed our sector. Enemy forces have captured a victory
Starstorm
point.
had to work with the northern pump. Got grenades there for Stana. Got the knees moving in. Stug slowly turning. And there you go. Needs taking a bit of a hit here from the Sturmgeschütz. Another good hit there. Half of the escort basically gone in the blink of an eye. And we got Starstorm capturing the captain here to dual machine guns, except the Germans definitely have the advantage there.
Our arsenal has been expanded, Commandant.
Captain narrowly escaping. And in the far west, we've got Radical pushing western fuel point there. Again, Stana keeping a focused and concerted effort to slow down his opponent's fuel economy. Of course, is very savvy there. And in comparison, Toxic Grenadier just hasn't been able to really do the same thing consistently to Stana. Starstorm caught here again. He keeps trying to use the cover, but the barbed wire there laid down by Stana earlier means he can't really use it effectively. So, thumbs up to Stana again. Got barbed wire, as you can see there, cannon in the right place. Make quite a difference. Oh, Stuki hits the mine. Gonna throw down a blend cover, by the way. That's a bit of an oversight with Toxic Grenadier, except he doesn't have munitions, I just realised. Still, standing there, keeps running around circles here with Toxic Grenadier. We need to fix up his Sturmgeschütz und soon. North 30 cal here, giving the Germans a bit of a problem as well. You can see that Stana is just consistently attacking across the map here.
Sector now under enemy control.
And we can see that Toxic Grenadier is just struggling to hit back. And also maintain map control here, so that's really effective play so far by Stana. Need to fix up his Stug. You'd also consider merging from Grenadiers into the Starstorm. To the big benefit of Stana, they so far isn't actually. Bagger base, we're not seeing too much yet of Toxic Grenadier. Honestly, at this point, it might be, you know, worth considering getting some Panzer Grenadiers out or anything else. There we go, he's going to merge here with the Starstorm. Rifleman charging in, Starstorm doing the cannon with MG42. Grenadiers need to be careful, they're about to get wiped. Down he just pulled Ruprecht. In the center of the Grenadiers being surrounded as well, that we can see just heavy pressure out of Stana now from several sides, and Toxic Grenadier continues to struggle. In fact, he seems to be overwhelmed as he's floating 700 manpower, which at least to me indicates he's feeling the pressure, and he's struggling to, I think, come up with a cohesive counter plan here to what's going on there. I mean, it could also be he's just going to try and go for another Stu D.
Assault gun is reporting.
Yes, he is. He's turning to the elite reserves here of the 44th. Pulling another Starstorm squad. It does mean, of course, he's going to have now a lot of infantry and a fair bit of more elite infantry here, of course, with the Starstorm. Got the Scout Commander upgrade. We got tank there for Stana. Leveraging his advantage so far, of course, here to push for tanks. Thumbs up. Well, at least we got more focused effort here from Toxic Grenadier and the fuel cut off. And there you go. Got the 30 cal. Should probably try and destroy that, since I don't think he's going to intend to grab it. Ralph's going to trouble with Stugdi and the Starstorm. And there you go, American counterattack here by Stana, ordering the men forwards. There you go, Blend cover to cover the draw here. Savvy, or at least not terrible. Got the Jeep, they're just acting as a bit of reconnaissance, rifle down through here. As Toxic Grenadier and the 44th continue to withdraw here.
We have a surplus of command points available.
And there goes Stugdi setting up here again. They're getting hosed, and they're getting hosed pretty aggressively. And there you go, War Machine selected. We got the Scott. All he needs is basically just the EC8 selected.
Infantry will not be reinforced without your permission.
South side of Grenadiers moving in, and the center there starts to being hammered here by the Greyhound. Quick merge. Stugdi repositioning of it. Worth noting, okay, he's keeping the entertainers close here to the infantry. He's pushing more center-south. Sensible. But he's only really got one anti-tank gun, versus again, an opponent can like students hitting him with a lot of armor.
Territory sector lost.
There's certainly some risks here, I think, full Toxic Grenadier. Starstorm charging in, but yeah, I need to get them pulled back here. Down to 2 men already. Need healing. Badly. Up north, counterattack here with the Germans across the road here. Already taking heavy loss into the second Starstorm squad, well, of course, quickly merge. Rather getting blasted by the Sturmgeschütze. And we got an antenna nicely hidden. Nice merge. In the center, the German situation is collapsing as Stana counterattacks, ferociously exploiting the fact that most of his efforts are in the north. Which is likely again due to the pressure around the cutoff point, which keeps Stana's mind here more focused there. That's also like the other advantage of all the attacks Stana made here. They kind of psychologically is keeping Toxic Grenadier's mind in the north, meaning Stana like just can mostly defend the south side. There's a lot there going on effectively. That's it, bit risky by Stana. Fortune for him, Toxic Grenadier's not going to try and pursue that, it seems. And there you go, Rascal flanking. Once more threatening the cutoff point here. Got the Starstorm move here, the other squads, plus the Grenadier. Fountain elite troops there being unleashed. Yeah, the map there is definitely looking rough and rough here for the Germans. Despite, you know, pretty fierce cadre of elite infantry and some Stugdies.
We have territory out of supply.
Oh, that was a good shot. Half the route squad there turned into, well, very meaty confetti in a matter of moments. As the Starstorm moving forwards here. But I do think Toxic Grenadier needs to like reconsider his tactical approach overall. He needs to like break out of the current state of affairs. Ooh, and a Grenadier squad got wiped here in the south, it appears. Yes, indeed. That's great that the Stana provides him with, of course, with another wipe there, of course, concedes another infantry advantage to him. And further pressures Toxic Grenadier here. And there goes Stugdi getting flanked here. Starstorm in the center. We got a 30 cal there, still proving the problem, but could flank here the entertain clear that out. We got a 30 cal here trying to stop them, but and they actually apparently can. But it definitely requires you to like, you know, really just angle around the camera to get that line of sight there on it. Because looking at this angle, it's definitely not obvious. Fixing up the Sturmgeschütz from D. Starstorm once more merged with. And we got a Stug G there for Toxic Grenadier. 2 thumbs up, though. Feels a bit late to the party.
We have lost the sector.
Medical supplies for us.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling the heat still here. Stana now got the Sherman easy on the way. Brat Pit has finally been summoned. Stana bought the extra rare collector's edition of Fury just to get him in there. It just shot right up into the sky, and the shot just apparently went into the atmosphere and everything. Oh no, there it went. It actually stopped climbing and just went down.
Under enemy control.
In-game physics. Sometimes you get some really weird results. There goes Stoogie arriving. He's engaging the lead Stoog there. And he's moving forward. Stoog D supporting the Stoog G. Triple cap here again from Stana against Soxa Grenadier.
Upgrade complete.
Grenadier's in the assault here. Up north, we got the Starstorm with Grenadier support. Charging in, we got a 30 cal ready. Troops there a bit too bunched up, but there you go. We got Stars Assault here against the 30 cal crew here. Stoog D's going for the Rifleman. Soxa Grenadier in the German army clears out the 30 cal here. Flamethrower team up north could be the next victim. More riflery for Stana. Freedom, democracy, and liberty. Pax and Stu going for that Sherman easy. Brett Pitt in a bit of trouble here. Starstorm there's about to give those engineers a final set of superfluous breathing holes. Easy at forced withdrawal here. With a more focused effort here. Toxic Grenadier was able to inflict some losses here in Stana, who seemingly was a bit too, I think, shall we say, stiff, and did not, I think, respond as smoothly here to Toxic Grenadier's assault as he could have, allowing Toxic Grenadier to inflict some damage and some losses, though. Yep. Ah, yeah. He should have healed them up there before trying to make that run, and there you go. Now instead, though, Stana is counterattacking here, catching Toxic Grenadier off guard. Perhaps even was a feigned retreat, which is an actual tactic used many times in times past, where you just pretend to retreat and then you can attack as the opponent moves forward. And it almost feels like that's what happened here for Toxic Grenadier and Stana. Counting down, mindset off. Still, the feigned retreat, if that was the case, isn't quite going as smoothly here. Or Stana, as he'd like to, excellent crew there, evaporated. Stu G, though, goes down. That's a pretty big win nonetheless. Need to get these Starstorm out, they're getting healed up, and he needs to get more troops in the field, and, well, if he could, he also needs more Stoog Gs. And if possible, that 30 cal. Really messy situation. We've got 185 as of 371. Stana needs to be a bit careful, but of course still aggressive, and Toxic Grenadier needs to, like, get the jackboot down on this before he gets completely pushed out here by Stana. Like the 30 cal there got destroyed. There's a lot of stuff going on here at the same time. A lot of pressuring. And there you go. Grain getting hit with the Pack 40. GR's rushing forward into the Starstorm.
Sector overrun.
Raked with MG4225. They do need to be careful here. But Stana continues to exert strong map control. Again, part of it is just, again, the way Toxic Grenadier is playing the map. And honestly, still floating a lot of manpower. At this stage, I mean, honestly, you could consider like a mortar, another MG42, Panzer Grenadiers, more Grenadiers, going for the Call-In Panther, which I can't fault in front of current circumstances, but more troops would be good. Honestly, a medic bunker, if you can set up for that, would also, I think, be a very smart move here for Toxic Grenadier. Rather than getting bombarded by the mighty Sturmgeschütze, Pani's about to get wiped out. They're so unhealthy. Could see Stana lose a rifle squad, which of course would be painful. Anti-tank is on it again. Got a fresh wave of troops there out of Toxic Grenadier's base.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Stana, meanwhile, they're of course in need of repairs for a lot of his stuff there. having no engineers, having lost them to the Starstorm. And that is a bit of an issue there for Stana, and it does beg the question why he kept the engineers around for that long when it was like his only engineer squad. Stuke bombarding there, Grenadiers pushing forwards with the Starstorm in tow here. With this, Toxic Grenadier has managed to hold the victory point lead, but there's obviously a lot of problems for him still here against Stana. I mean, a lot. He really should go for a medic bunker. At least a medic upgrade, but he's clearly aiming for the Panthers. Of course, again, that is where the having into the medic bunker, you know, helps the Wehrmacht preserve fuel specifically, but still allows you to pull for some kind of healing option. There's no line, and the Grenadiers doing all, you know, the work. The Grenadiers, not a bunch of nurses.
Victory point is under enemy control.
And we got the recovery tank here. That's obviously another option here for Stana. Plus allows him to maybe, you know, recover an enemy tank or one of his own tanks as well there. Again, we see here that a lot of, like, you know, the primary assets of Toxic Grenadier up focused in the north. The two Stukes, one of the Starstorm squads on the Grenadiers. At least he's been able to get some of the fuel points here close to his base back. So that will help Toxic Grenadier get to that Panther a bit faster. Still, you know, looking a bit rough around the edges. And again, Stana there just displaying some, I think, excellent map control skills here against Toxic Grenadier. It looks like the Stukes are finally being committed somewhere else.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
Leaving just the Starstorm to defend the north. Honestly, I'd keep these units and then send the Starstorm alongside the Stuke D southwards and then have the new pack join up with the Stukes. Personally. Like, I wouldn't leave, like, an elite assault unit of HC2 like the Starstorm to defend, like, a single victory point up north. I feel like that's a bit of, you know, less ideal use of them. Personally. And there you go, fighting in the center again here. Feeling confident. Toxic Grenadier commits the bulk of the 3rd Reichsgrenadier shown here, the company there. Reichsgrenadier Company against Stana Center, and we see that Machine and there's being overwhelmed. Flamethrower 5 Stuke D Sprat Pit there with his tank holding off the Germans as long as he can here. Fortunately, they haven't brought up any anti-tank guns, but they may soon bring in a Panther, a Panzerkampfwagen 5. There you go, slam with the Pack 40. And we got a Rapscore flank around here. Toxic Grenadier hitting his resource points up north. Greyhound moving in to attack the Starstorm north. And again, highlighting the bit of the issue that's needing a single Starstorm squad to defend that point. I mean, sure, if he sends in the Scout squad, a single Rav squad, great, but he may not just do that. And there you go, we got the Panther out here for Toxic Grenadier. Apparently just been able to chime down headquarters for long enough for them to send in a big tank. Easy, they're getting flanked. Got the recovery tank there nearby, and we got the entertainer blasting the Stugs. Rainer going for a really deep flank, it seems. Interesting. Blast on the flank here, and there you go, flanking the Starstorm. If Toxic Grenadier, yeah, he does respond, good. Oh, Packler was actually on the scene here. Blast on the cutoff point. Panther pushing north is here lit up by the fires. Actually look kind of cool. Diving in aggressively, catching the Jeep here in a bit of a tough spot. The UN entertainment responding here. And the Jeep goes down, depriving his Stana of a bit of, useful intelligence. We need to get the Panther out there because the Insane is getting a lot of free shots. Also, 2 thumbs up to Stana for using the Veterans 1 ability and the tank gun. Whilst I believe the EZ8, they're very good. A lot of American players, I feel like, ignore these abilities at their own peril. Got another EC on the way there for Stana. Freedom and democracy. Starts to defend the sender, but they're not in heavy cover. They do get into heavy cover before they get suppressed, meaning that should be a win there for them. Oh, they got suppressed. In that case, never mind.
Confirmed. Vehicle crews are now equipped to repair themselves in the field.
Mechanized assault selected here for Toxic Grenadier. Got Starstorm assault package. Interesting choice there. Don't think most players bother with it, honestly. Panther charging in. Obliterates poor Joey there on the machine gun crew there. Baker's apprentice out of Missouri. Rail squad there, forced back. Panther slow turning around the corner, but lacking support there. Can't easily move further forwards there.
Security around the HQ. We are down to 100 points.
100 points left. Toxic Grenadier needs to get on those victory points. He needs to get on Schnell. At the southern point here, with the Grenadier squad, we got the EC moving, trying to grab that in the center. Rail squad base as well here. And we do get Mechanized Assault now, a lot less powerful in terms of just allowing tanks to absorb hits easily. Though, of course, the infantry working near it should still have, you know, some pretty good bonuses. Strauss from rushing the center. Antonin cleared out. Rail squad in trouble here. Going for the EC, heavily damaged. It does struggle with the might of the Panther. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Rail squad obliterated. Almost had the EC8, then unfathomably good luck there for Stana. Recovery tank next to taking the hits here. Greyhound moving in, drawing fire. They keep pushing it with the Panther gun. The EC8 flanking here. Oh dear, Toxic Grenadiers committing with the Panther. Needs to pop smoke, disengage, and maybe get someone on this anti-tank gun, to be honest. Oh dear, he's going to lose the Panther. That's going to be great here for Stana. Terrible for Toxic Grenadier. No! Oh, he does get it. He does get it. Even losing these at this point, that's been still a pretty good trade-off there. Quite the slip up there. I feel like you would have grabbed that anti-tank and, you know, gotten an extra shot in against the EZ8. And there's so many units up here as well. Really messy situation. He does grab the anti-tank, which does supplement here Toxic Grenadier's forces. But victory points wise, he is really in an awkward spot, to put it gently. And he's forgot to move his anti-tank in there as well. There's clearly a lot there going on for Toxic Grenadier. He's feeling the stress. He's feeling the heat of democracy. Those troops, though, doing some pretty good work for him. Probably getting obliterated here. Anti-tank decrewed. Almost had a wipe there in the center. Starstorm once more in the heat of it. In the south, we got a lone route to grab the point here again. Stana maintaining that. I think that big picture of the battlefield was again. Toxic Grenadier is a lot more focused. Ooh, that was a pretty good shot there. And making run for the anti-tank right in front of the double Stugs, one of which is actually ace level. Got the anti-tank crew there again. And the other one got wiped. Toxic Grenadier can do for a lot of manpower. You know what's like another Panther? I do think should spend some of that manpower on something else.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
And both the Stugs, they're isolated. EC8's going for it. Catching Toxic Grenadier in a really bad spot here, and we can see that Stana is more than happy to just punish his opponent for that. We do get some infantry in, going to try and recruit the anti-tank guns, but the lack of armored support for that Stug unit there is not great here for Toxic Grenadier. And there you go, 30 cal there versus the Pack 40. Stars Assault here to clear out. Pack turn around deal with easy, at least trying to. Other one here turning around as well there. Seems like he remembered he had that one, that's a bit of a slip. Almost got the 30 cal here and gets it. Tank's about to get wiped out.
Our anti-tank gun is out of commission.
30 cal are being hauled off. ECA escaping. Both Stugs are kaput. Setting up the machine gun here on the corner side. Oh, Pack actually ECA, and Brad Pitt is well, his tank is kaput, but Brad Pitt lives on forever in our hearts. And on DVD. No. 30 cal needs to get out of there. South side here, Greyhound hanging back. We got Route Score, they're getting absolutely annihilated.
We will end this. The enemy has only 250 points left.
What an absolute brutal mess of a fight. I mean, Stana actually took some pretty heavy losses compared to Toxic Grenadier that technically has more forces, but does have that recovery tank. The problem for him is, though, most of the tanks are not exactly within recovery range. So there's a good chance that Toxic Grenadier might just be able to, like, eke out and win here.
Hunter tank is ready to serve.
If he's fast enough. And there you go, another Panther out here. Ground squad on the cutoff point, looking to reconnect the freedom-loving fuel supply there.
We're getting out. Don't forget your gear.
2 Starsum squads, 2 Grenadier squads versus 4 Rifle squads. Plus several machine guns now. And Stana's lost all of his. And of course he can't easily replace them since he doesn't have a jeep to dump them out anymore. He does have an ace recovery vehicle, but again the problem for him is, while there's certainly plenty to like maybe salvage, they're kind of all beyond his reach at the moment. Like the closest probably within reach was that Stug G at one point.
Report, the Allies have only 200
You see they're getting Fausted, Panther moving in. And the Panzer come firing this, forcing back the EC8. Brad Pitt orders the tank to withdraw.
vehicles ready to be deployed.
Got the rifle inching around here, flanking around there, looking to exploit any gaps here. And far, far south here, we got finding him for the southern victory point as well, but unless Stana isn't paying attention at all, that should be an easy win for him. Very easy, in fact. Got the stars from there's the rifleman. Repairing the EC8 here for the recovery tank while it's taking heavy fire there from both the anti-tank and the Panther is, I think, a bit optimistic here by Stana, and I think he realizes that. They get an anti-tank gun, but there's just too many Germans about to like really exploit this. And yeah, you remember the southern victory point was like easily held, so Stana's definitely feeling the heat. He could go for another EC8 now, and probably will, I imagine. Got those A-Starstorm on the move, laden with medals and guns. Recovery tank being the next target here of Toxic Grenadiers and the German army's wrath here. Grenades in the Pack 40. If he can wipe the Ace Pack crew, that would have certainly hurt Toxic Grenadier a fair bit. And particularly then also grabs and turns against Toxic Grenadier. Machine gun there though saves the day kinda, but not enough. There you go, Panther getting shot there for the sign-on by the EC8. We got Starstorm and Grenadiers flanking in here as well. Could grenade the Panther if he had the munitions. He doesn't, but he could get the MD42 team here, which would certainly be another feather in Stana's cap. Still no additional tanks here by Stana though. I mean, he's got the resource. There we go. Stana realizes what's going on, then calls another EC8. Grenadiers almost taking up. Pack crew there. Firing their guns desperately, even as they're getting overwhelmed by the Americans. Panther withdrawing. Looks like Stana might have persevered despite, you know, some pretty heavy losses. Toxic Grenadier just ultimately wasn't able to leverage it, I think. And Stana, meanwhile, been more. He's also continuing to float manpower again. I feel like Toxic Grenadier needs to, you know, spend his resources more efficiently. EC8 down. Brad Pitt bails out, and of course pops into the next tank coming in.
We have lost a sector.
Yeah, I'm surprised with so few victory points left. Toxic Grenadier just isn't like churning out a lot of infantry like packs or grenadiers or support weapons, anything really. I do find that to be a bit amusing. If you didn't call in like another Starstorm group at this point, I mean, imagine like a Stug D now with extra Starstorm, that could be perhaps, you know, one Starstorm call in too far here for Stana to manage. 15 arms, 128. Almost at the machine gun crew there. Stana again, like, even all this is still like maintaining pretty good like awareness of the rest of the battlefield, hitting the fuel points right out of his opponent's base. Impressive work. I'm surprised he's just not, you know, treading out EC8s like he's, you know, the Detroit plant for that. 15 arms, 125. Blasting the Starstorm. You got Panzer Grenadiers now for Toxic Grenadier and a pack. Okay. And another easy hit for Stana. At least he's no longer floating, but definitely not ideal to float that match for that long. Definitely not ideal. At least they're getting slammed.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Lot of damage there, and of course on the recovery tank here, Stana needs to be a bit more careful. That Panther being forged. This could get a bit ugly though. And we got the Grenadier still alive, just harassing Toxic Grenadier's flanks here. Second easy hit ready. Grenadiers then starts him in the center. So close there. I mean, both Starstorm squads are super low on health here. Panther getting hammered. Oh dear, this... He could actually lose it here. He could lose the Panther. Vetting two of that. Almost got it here. He's charging in there. There's no anti-tanks nearby, just Grenadiers with Panther Faust. Panther is down, meaning... Oh dear, this is bad. We got the second easy hit running as well here. This is a pretty big win here for Stana. I mean, particularly since most of the Toxic Grenadiers infantry is like heavily over leveraged and on health. He can't risk them now. Oh dear. This is pretty big. This could be the moment where Stana might just have won the match here. There's no medic bunker either. He actually ever go for... Yeah, he has gone for that research healing there, I think, but... Okay, crewing that pack forward in the flank. This seems like he remembered to do that, but again, might be too little too late here now. There's going to be so many units here. Low on health here. So low on health. This is really risky with all these tanks about, honestly. And up north push for the point with this machine defending it. Ground squad charging in. Really threatening Toxic Grenadiers. Extended units here. Low on health. Almost got the Grenadier squad. Pack wiped. 35 is 117. And got machine up north here. The situation here for Toxic Grenadiers is now rapidly unraveling. The Pioneers rush from that southern victory point. But Stana's pushing ahead. He's confident. He's bold. He senses victory. Toxic Grenadier is rushing in, but yeah, it may not be enough here. 10.7 points. 5. 3. 1. And with that, it's GG. Game over. Game over. A loss there for Toxic Grenadier. Victory for Stana. Was a bit close at times, but Toxic Grenadier's bad habit of floating manpower, I think, crucial times kind of helped Stana there. Plus, again, the fact, he's just so focused on a small part of the map, which allowed Stana to just play to a larger part of the map, giving him a significant resource advantage, but also denying his opponent, crucial resources. Though, there's some points there with Stana almost kind of threw the match away. They were able to turn around and exploit Toxic Grenadier's mistakes. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial News. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.